This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
Please come. Come, Dharani, come. Please sit down. Good morning. Please sit down. So, how are you, Dharani?
I'm good, ma'am.
How is it pronounced? Dharani, no?
Dharani, ma'am.
Dharani. Okay, that's the Tamilian version of Dharani.
Yes.
What we'd say Dharani in the north. All right. And how prepared are you for 14th?
Reasonably prepared.
Is it your first?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. That's great. And are you working somewhere just now?
No, ma'am. I worked for a period of 6 months, but after COVID,
But you are a dentist, aren't you?
Yes.
How can a dentist sit at home?
Ma'am, after COVID, only emergency procedures.
So people are not getting dental care in India now anymore after COVID?
No, ma'am.
Dental problems finished?
No, ma'am. The problems are still remaining, but I thought I should give more time to my preparation, ma'am. So I didn't.
But Dharani, isn't it a little unfair that you are so well trained and you've got a discipline that is so important, and you've decided to not do anything? You passed out in 2017 and you worked for 6 months, and after that, for the last 7 years or 6 years, you are sitting and just preparing? Isn't it unfair? I mean, don't you need to pay back to society? I mean, not in terms of money as such, but you are a trained dentist and we have such a shortage of every discipline. So isn't it a little unfair?
Ma'am, firstly, I had my final year exam in 2017, ma'am. I finished in 2019 January.
Whatever. I mean, it's still the principle of the matter I'm talking about.
Yes, ma'am. Coming to that, ma'am, I feel the doctors are in paucity, ma'am, but I feel...
But let some other doctor fulfill that responsibility. I want to do the services, right?
Not like that, ma'am, but I had a very much liking for civil services also.
Then why did you do dentistry? You should have taken some art subjects. You denied somebody a seat, no?
Ma'am, after joining dentistry only, I had this ambition to come.
After joining IAS, you may have an ambition or IFS to do something else after that. Might want private sector then, no? Corporate?
No, ma'am,
How do you know?
I wish that I would not have that ambition.
Okay. So what is Erode famous for?
Erode, ma'am. Erode is very famous for its turmeric cultivation, ma'am, and agriculture per se, ma'am.
Okay. What are the medicinal properties of turmeric?
So, ma'am, turmeric is antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, and anti-carcinogenic in some aspects also.
Is it proven?
Because of the anti-radicals that is there in
turmeric. So, is it proven? Is there some scientific study which says that turmeric cures curcumin? Huh? Curcumin. So curcumin it has anti-carcinogenic properties. Is there any scientific basis for that?
The anti-radicals generally have anti-carcinogenic properties.
I asked you that, is there a scientific study on that?
Ma'am, I'll have to.
I know I generally broadly assume that is so, but
okay,
all right. And who has a GI tag for or a patent for turmeric? Any idea?
Ma'am, USA has the patent for turmeric.
Mm-hmm.
We have a GI tag, ma'am. Erode has a GI tag for turmeric. One special important quality.
So what is special about the Erode turmeric?
Ma'am, turmeric is different in different areas of India. And
so what is so special about the turmeric of your place?
The turmeric that grows here has increased curcumin content, ma'am, and the quality differs because of the soil that is there in Erode. It is conducive for turmeric cultivation per se.
Okay. So you have given as your hobbies decluttering and organizing living space. What does that mean? Keeping a tidy place, huh? Less stuff and tidy place. Is that what it is?
Ma'am, trying to remove the clutter from the place that we live in. It can be physical, mental or digital space also. And trying to organize things in a very efficient manner so that it can be functionally very efficient and aesthetically pleasing also.
You know, I call management the science or art, whatever you may call it, of making the most simple thing difficult. So cluttering is you have less stuff and it's all neat and clean. So now it's become this efficient, etc., etc. And do you know anything about vastu, because that is related to this also?
Yes, ma'am. Vastu, I know something about vastu.
Okay, so what does vastu say about corners?
So, ma'am, we have one corner in vastu. We have, ma'am, can I tell the word in Tamil?
I won't understand it, but if you don't know the equivalent.
Agni corner, they'll say one.
Fire.
Yes, ma'am.
What corner is that?
Ma'am, the area that we keep kitchen is Agni corner.
And where should it be in the house?
Can I take a moment, ma'am?
You can. I'm going to ask you more also, so take a moment together. Where should the water be? Water source, and which part in vastu is where they say the owner, the person who controls, lives?
Yes, ma'am. 1 second, ma'am.
Okay.
Southeast is the Agni corner, ma'am. And northeast is the water corner, ma'am. And southwest is the place the owner should stay.
Correct. Okay. All right. So now if you think that you are Health Secretary of India or of Tamil Nadu, so for dentistry, what do you think should be the most important policy thrust?
Insurance, ma'am. Dental insurance should be the most important policy thrust that we should do.
But there's a problem in that. There's a collusion happening all the time. And even for procedures not performed, they take money. The insurance company and the hospital concerned, they will collude. So I would have thought prevention would be more important. Dental hygiene and things like that.
Yes, ma'am. For that also, for affordability is a very major problem, ma'am.
No, dentist, as I understand, apart from your all these cosmetic procedures, basic dental hygiene is not known to people.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, ma'am. That is.
I would have thought that as a public policy person, that is where you'd look at. Okay,
Yes,
all right, fair enough. Now, what is happening in the US as far as the elections are concerned? What is that process? Can you tell me about the US political process? You asked for foreign service as second choice, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, right now, the candidates in one party will compete among themselves, and one party
What is it
will.
called? That process called?
Presidential democratic process.
No. When it's within the party itself, what is it called?
Intra-party.
Primary. Have you heard of something called primary?
Okay, ma'am. Sorry. They'll select one candidate, and those candidates from the party will compete among each other, and they'll be.
So how does that process? How is that? I mean, which candidate wins from which party? How is it organized?
Ma'am, each and every the constituency or.
That's what I'm asking. What is the constituency for the primaries?
Ma'am, I'll have to look more about it, ma'am.
We'll leave it. Do you want a question history or you want a question on women? You will get both in your interview.
Yes, both I can.
All right. So, let me give you a case study on women. You are, supposing you get Tamil Nadu and Erode you will not get, but anyway, whatever district you choose, you may choose to get, what are the districts of Salem or whatever. So now what are 3 things for the women of that place that would be your priority? 2 things you can say. And tell me 2 schemes of the government, schemes, laws, whatever, which you consider with the most impactful.
The very most important area for a woman is education and safety and security, ma'am. The schemes that the government is giving in terms of safety and security, we have Prohibition of Sexual Harassment Prevention Act 2013.
That affects a very small number of women. Those who are in regular employment, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a very small number.
Ma'am, but we give safety for the women who are going to the workplace.
Safety. It is just a sort of a protection against sexual harassment at work.
Okay.
Safety or it's not safety.
Okay. Ma'am, for education, we have Right to Education Act We also have a scheme called Pudumai Pen scheme in Tamil Nadu, ma'am, where we give incentives for women
You
joining.
do not consider political empowerment important? That with that, then the policy... No,
Definitely.
No, I asked you a priority. It's a question of prioritizing.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So history you want. You've done world history?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Korea has filed a case against Japan. What is that for? For reparations. It's a historical matter. Have you done world history?
Yes, ma'am.
Any idea?
Ma'am, can I take a guess, ma'am? I'm not sure.
Okay, sure, right.
Ma'am, comfort women, that problem was there. The Korean women.
General colonization.
Yes,
They filed a case for reparations.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dharani,
Yes, sir.
your option is history, right?
Yes, sir.
So you are from Tamil Nadu, right?
Yes.
So what is that Dravidian movement, which has its roots in Tamil Nadu, right?
Yes.
So what is the Dravidian movement and Dravidian politics, and how they have evolved? Can you tell?
So Dravidian movement basically started as a social justice movement, sir. It was against the Brahmin and empowerment of the people of the lower sections of the society. Dravidian politics is based on the Dravidian movement, and we have parties like Dravida Munnetra Kalagam DMK and All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kalagam AIADMK, sir. And these parties are propagating that in the recent years
Do you
also.
think that social justice that Periyar talked about,
Yes, sir.
so has it really, it has been realized in Tamil Nadu? What do you think?
So I read the data, sir, that in last 4 years there have been nearly 300 cases of caste-based violence, sir, and 60% of that was honor killing. And we find many caste-based violence now also, sir. So the movement is not yet been fully realized, sir. But the caste-based politics is very much there in Tamil Nadu, sir. So it is not fully realized, sir.
Even I think Tamil Nadu is a feudal society, right?
Yes.
Do you agree with my statement?
So some
You know
part.
what is feudalism?
Yes, sir.
What is feudalism?
So feudalism is a society where the land would be owned by a particular person, and under him the other people will work. So,
Right.
some part of it is correct regarding feudalism in Tamil Nadu. So because we have very large land holding communities in Tamil Nadu, and they are also having some political power also, sir, right now.
Okay, fine. So even these days, there is a lot of talk about Dravidian model of development.
Yes, sir.
So what is the Dravidian model of development, and how these Dravidian parties in Tamil Nadu, they are promoting this model for the country,
Yes.
right? So what is the components of the Dravidian model?
So Dravidian model, I believe there is no scientific basis, sir, but there was a book that was written by 𝐂𝐸𝐻𝐿, sir, and that book mentions that Dravidian model of development is based on social justice and equitable development of all regions and all people, sir. To some extent, that has been realized, sir, because we find 48% of the people living in urban areas, sir. And we also find our industry, nearly 33% of Tamil Nadu's state GDP comes from industries, sir. So we find more industries also, so that gives a little bit more towards inclusive
But
development.
how Tamil Nadu is contributing to the India's growth? That's what they are projecting under this Dravidian model of development,
Yes, sir.
right? So how Tamil Nadu is contributing to the India's growth story? Can you tell?
So we are the second largest economy, sir. That is one thing. And we also have the
Tamil Nadu is
highest
second largest economy in this country.
in the country, sir.
Okay.
Yes. And we also contribute a large proportion of women labor force from Tamil Nadu. And Tamil Nadu also gives employment to large number of migrants also. So the place that I stay in, Tirupur, is famous for migrants and their employment also.
But that is not what is being claimed by the Dravidian parties.
Yes.
There are so many other points they are claiming, which
Yes.
you are not mentioning here. Anyways, even in Tamil Nadu, this politics of this freebies,
Yes, sir.
they are much popular,
Yes.
right? So, what is your opinion on that?
So, regarding freebies, freebies is a burden on the exchequer, sir, firstly. But if the freebies is given to improve the social capital of the country, I believe it is good in one aspect, because
Example?
they gave bicycle as freebies to the school-going children, sir, if they are going for secondary education. And that empowered the girls, and they also went and participated in the education, secondary education, sir. They also went to college because of this. So that freebie is a good thing, I believe, sir. And a freebie should be merit-based freebie, sir, instead of giving it universally without any criteria.
Merit-based means, what is the merit-based? What is the criteria for that?
So, like this bicycle example itself, sir, school-going children are given this, so I believe it's merit-based.
So what needs to be done then?
So there has to be a very important balance that has to be undertaken. The development of the nation and the finances of the particular state that is giving the freebie, that should be considered before giving it. And if we are getting the impact, the amount that we spend and the return that we are getting, is it proportionate or is it higher? We have to consider that.
You are talking in a theoretical terms.
Yes, sir.
I am asking you about the practical solution. What needs to be done? Because every party these days, they are offering freebies in every state, not only in Tamil Nadu. Maybe it started with Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
Giving these pressure cookers, washing machines, these type of things, right?
Mixie grinder.
Mixies, grinders. It started with Tamil Nadu, right?
Yes, sir.
So what needs to be done then?
So moral responsibility of the politicians is very important, sir.
Okay, that's it. Or any other solution you propose?
So before elections, the freebie can be avoided with the help of election commission giving some guidelines like that, sir.
Okay. I will ask you one last question. See, these days, everywhere it is a, people are saying that federalism is under threat.
Yes.
Right. So, do you agree with my statement?
So we are living in a democratic country, sir, and the voicing out concerns.
Federalism.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Voicing out concerns regarding federalism, I believe, is a good aspect of democracy. I do not believe that federalism is under threat, sir.
Why?
Sir?
Why? Why do you think? Because everywhere it is happening, right? Everywhere, even in Tamil Nadu also, there is a dispute between governor and chief minister.
Yes, sir. So that is a very unfortunate incident, sir. The struggle between the governor and the...
Not only that, there have been instances of using these investigation agencies against even chief ministers also. Recently, Jharkhand chief minister was arrested by ED. Have you gone through that news article?
Yes, sir.
Right. And South Indian CMs also saying that they are not getting their due, they are being discriminated. They are contributing more taxes, right? So that is going on, right?
Yes, sir. So regarding that fiscal federalism, that decisions are being taken by a constitutional body called Finance Commission, sir. And they allocate based on certain criteria, sir, after having a thorough analysis of the situation, sir. So everything is going according to law, sir. And if it's not, then we have courts to look into the matter, sir.
Courts?
Yes, sir. Supreme Court and High Court.
Okay. So what needs to be done then?
Sir, there has to be, in case of the governor issue, there has to be responsibility both on the governor and the legislative body, sir, to uphold the constitutional values and to mutually resolve the problems within themselves.
This Sarkari Commission, Punchi Commission recommendation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you should you should study it more, because that should be the answer coming
Oh.
from you. Okay, so
Okay,
they
sir.
have given some security of tenure for the governor, and
Yes,
they have made certain recommendations.
Yes.
If those recommendations can be implemented, then there will be better relation between center and state. That
Yes.
should be your answer.
Okay, sir.
So please read
Okay.
those reports.
Dharani, what is the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court?
Ma'am, dispute between the center and the states, or between two states and the center, or between two states?
They can't be tried in the High Court.
No.
There's also this scheme in the context of the health sector, cashless everywhere. What is it?
Cashless?
Everywhere. Cashless everywhere.
Ma'am, 𝐼𝐸𝐻 Bharat.
It is for health insurance, cashless, irrespective of whether the hospital was empaneled or not.
Okay.
So recently, Supreme Court directed the center to fix hospital treatment charges for the entire country. Now, is this judicial overreach or judicial activism? What is the difference between the two? First, judicial overreach and judicial activism. What is the difference?
Ma'am, when the judiciary is going beyond its recommended role, it is called as judicial overreach, ma'am. And the judiciary having an activist mindset, if it's doing something, it's called as judicial activism. I'm not able to exactly tell it, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. So can you? So you've also done this large-scale creative craft from waste, Make in India logo.
Yes.
So large scale, as in it was upscale and it could be commercially utilized, or was it a large
It was
scale?
a creative craft, ma'am, not
Not utilized. Okay. What are recent changes to solid waste management rules?
the extended producer responsibility has been added recently.
What is extended producer responsibility?
The people who produce the goods are responsible for the collection and disposal also.
The people who
Produce the plastics are responsible for the collection of that thing to an extent. Ma'am.
Okay. And what is producer buyback?
In electronics, etc., we have a scheme where we can exchange our goods for some value, and that goes to the producer, and they reutilize it and recycle it.
Okay. However, we still see a lot of electronics finds its way into waste, and so does plastic, and it has been a problem across the country.
Yes.
So should this be centralized, decentralized, and given to the center?
Yes, ma'am, that is a very huge problem, ma'am, but I'll have to read more about it.
Okay. Increasingly, startups are in the recent news, there have been many instances of startups which have failed. What are the reasons for high fail rate of startups in the country?
Ma'am, this happens all the time when something goes in an extended boom. Ma'am. There was extreme optimism in case of startups. And the startups, they are not concentrating on a niche area. Ma'am. And many startups are there in a single sector. So that is also a problem, I mean, in my understanding. And the product quality, that is a major issue. Ma'am.
Okay. So you're saying that one reason is that they're not in a niche area.
Niche area, yes.
Then second is there's too much optimism.
Yes.
Or they're not in a particular area.
That niche area and the product quality that they offer. Some cases there are mismanagement also. Aggressive marketing.
What was the problem with Paytm recently?
Pardon, ma'am, sorry.
Paytm. What is the problem with
Paytm? Ma'am, Paytm flouted the know your customer norms, and there is also an allegation of illicit funding of Paytm, and there is also a Chinese connection.
What is the role of independent directors in a corporate?
I'll have to read about it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Dharani.
Hello, sir.
So you are from Erode. Can you tell me which of the dynasties ruled over Erode in the history?
So we have Chola, Pallavas.
Are you sure? Have you read the history of Erode?
So Erode specifically I have not read, sir.
Do you know anything about Sangam period?
Yes, sir.
What was the period of Sangam?
So Sangam period, recently it has been said that it could have extended beyond 600 BC and it extended till 600 CE, sir.
And why is it so significant, Sangam period?
So Sangam era is significant for the rulers and also for the literary works that the Sangam produced. There were 3 Sangams that was held during the Sangam period, and we find ample amount of books in the literary sources that we have from the Sangam period, like Ettu Tohai, Pattu Pattu, Kalitohai, Kurundohai, etc.
Okay, and why it was named as Sangam? Sangam means the confluence.
Yes.
What confluence was it exactly?
So they confluenced in a Sangam is similar to Sabha, sir, where many people came and gathered in Madurai particularly, where they showcased their literary works, and that was being discussed, and they select a particular work as the work of that Sangam.
All right. And recently there was a Sangamam, Kashi Tamil Sangamam. Do you know anything about it?
Yes.
What was it?
So it is the confluence of the 2 important areas, Kasi and Tamil Nadu, the Rameshwaram areas, where we find culture that was historically, sorry sir, I'm not able to answer.
Okay. So as far as the financial literacy for women in India, how far we have achieved the financial literacy and why it is important for the women to have financial literacy?
So first question I do not know, so I'll have to read about it.
Okay.
Second question, financial literacy is very important, sir, for each and every person, and it's very important for women, sir, because women right now is having the responsibility of managing the home, and if she is given the financial literacy, she'd be able to use all the resources that is with her very efficiently, sir.
Okay, yesterday there was an article regarding the financial literacy. Have you read the newspaper yesterday?
So I read, sir, but I'm not able to recollect.
All right. So, okay. Coming to the justice system in India, it is often said that if we are not having women in judiciary, then we cannot ensure justice to women. Do you agree with this statement?
So I partly agree with this statement because if women are in the judicial position, they would be able to bring more representation, and they would also be able to prioritize more, sir, in my opinion. But even other person can do the same thing, sir. But women in the judiciary would empower all the other women, sir. They would also serve as a role model for all the women's aspiring for that. And they will also be able to give more inputs regarding what is happening.
Okay. So you practice mindfulness.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by mindfulness?
So mindfulness is a heightened awareness of what we are experiencing, our emotions, our feelings, etc. So, and I practice mindfulness via practices like body scan exercises, reciting mantras, and analyzing my thoughts and emotions.
What kind of mantras do you recite?
So there is a person called Vallalar, sir, and he has a mantra called Adhiparasakthi. I recite that, sir.
All right. My last question. If I'll say that Indian society is eclipsed with the taboos and the superstition, do you agree with this statement?
We cannot fully safe for the Indian society, sir, but in some parts of the society, there are taboos and superstitions that are being practiced, sir.
Okay, in which parts?
So, generally in some areas it is practiced, sir, but we can't say it is based upon the person, sir. If he is accepting the superstition or he's trying to go in a scientific manner and reject these superstitions.
All right, thank you.
First of all, you have positives. You have a pleasing personality. You are soft. You're mild. You don't get into arguments and all that. Those are all very positive things. Little bit of knowledge base has to be moved up.
Okay.
First of all, you must read the papers.
Okay.
I hope you're reading Indian Express.
Yes.
Read it intelligently and make points. Spend 2 hours every day on the paper.
Okay.
Secondly, as you said, well, if you prepare Tirupur, very good. Tirupur is important and you might get a question, but Erode also you must prepare.
Yes.
Tamil Nadu you must prepare. History, indicators, you were a little blank on that.
Okay.
Spend 1 day on Erode, Tamil Nadu, etc. Preparing that. You make your timetable for 5 days.
Okay.
Along with the newspaper, spend 1 day on that. Then you also need to prepare a little bit on your history, of course, is there. You need to prepare on women's schemes, acts, laws, etc.
Yes.
Please prepare.
Yes.
Different categories, like the rural woman, equal pay for equal work.
Okay.